Now let's have a look at a hole in a stocking stitch fabric where we replace the stitches with a purl yarn over process. Once again, I'm knitting to the side of the hole, so that's where I want my hole to begin, plus one more stitch. Slip that one back to the left hand needle and pass the stitches over. As you can see, I tend to prefer to do groups of 2, but I've done many holes. 6, 8, and an odd one should be 9. Stretch out. I'm not going to stretch it out quite as much this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10. So that means I've passed over 9 stitches. And I'm going to do either just a double yarn over, but still keep the width of the hole, or I could do the triple, but hold everything up close together. So really what you're trying to do is just measure a certain length of yarn, and you can pick whichever method works for you. The pattern makes a suggestion, but you're allowed to adjust that to suit yourself. It should be enough yarn to get across the hole, but not too much. And then off you knit to any subsequent hole. This time I've turned the work and I've purled back to the hole. Because once you've got the knit increase mastered and the purl increase mastered, it doesn't matter then what you can do garter stitch fabrics, stocking stitch fabrics, flat and in the round. So to purl increase into here, you just go into the stitch as if to purl, purl it, yarn over, into the yarn over as if to purl, purl it, and I'm letting the yarn overs drop off and keep on going, yarn overing and purling into the giant yarn over until we have sufficient stitches. And there's the beginning of the yarn over, 3, 6, 7, and into these holes they look neatest if you begin with a worked stitch, i.e. a purl or a knit, and end with a purl or a knit with the yarn overs sandwiched in between them. Off we go to the next hole. Let's take a close look at this stocking stitch hole that we just did. It still looks a little gapey, but that's because it's just one hole in the middle of a piece of flat fabric, and it would much rather be a flat closed hole. When you have other holes around it offset, it allows each one to be rounded. And you do have to mess around with the adjustment of how long the strands of yarn are.